to Bentley's Backwoods Bushcraft, and today I'm going to do a video, and I got a few notes here. Do I really need to prep for a shit hits the fan situation? First of all, let me say that this is not a rant video, and let me read this here real quick. A rant is defined to speak or declaim extravagantly or violent talk in a wild way. That's not what's going to be discussed. I'm not going to do it in a wild, crazy, extravagant way. I'm not going to get loud or boisterous. So this, by definition, is not a rant. So we'll get that right out. Do I need to prepare? Do I need to be a prepper for such an event? And I'll tell you honestly, no, I don't. I don't even think it's going to affect me. In all honesty, I don't think that the situation is even going to include me in it. So let me explain what I mean by that. Do I believe it's going to happen? Yes. Do I believe it's going to happen in my lifetime? Yes. Do I believe it's probably going to happen in the next 10 years? Yes. That's just my opinion. I do truly believe that. And when I'm talking about a more restrained, caged confinement of society in general, with massive amounts more control and influence placed on authority, and restraining the individual, restraining people. It's restraining us in what we can and can't do and things. I think it's going to get worse, and I think it could get really bad, really bad. But regardless if it does or doesn't happen, it doesn't really matter. Do I believe I need to prepare for such a situation? And I'm going to tell you, no, I don't think I need to prepare for it, and this is why. Because I don't think that I'm going to be allowed to be around for that. I do believe that it's coming. I truly believe that. But I believe that people like myself are going to be either one of two things. We're either going to be rounded up and placed into camps, and those of us they can't round up, they're just going to outright kill. We're just going to disappear. And I truly believe that. And with the way society is today, yes, a few people like myself will be able to escape and go into the woods, you know, into the wilderness. But there's many problems with that situation too, which I may be able to hit on here in a few. But I don't believe that it's really going to matter. I can have all the preps and all the skills and all the training in the world. I just truly believe that I'm not going to be allowed to use them. I really truly believe that I will be gathered up with the rest of the people who believe the way I do, and we'll either be placed into camps or we'll just be eliminated, period. And this will all happen before the big push. I mean, they're going to, I really believe that they will slowly but surely eliminate those of us who have the beliefs like I do. So I guess that's really all I got to say about that situation. I don't even think it's going to be necessary for me. I do it because you never know. Plus I enjoy it. There's just something inside of me that it's just something I enjoy. So I'm going to do it because I enjoy it. Let's talk about, let's just say for some reason something does occur. It's widespread enough that people have to either bug in or bug out. And I'm going to choose bugging out for many reasons. I will bug in for short term, but for long term survival, you're going to have to bug out, because sitting in one spot just isn't going to do it. And the reasoning is, in my opinion, that eventually your food supplies are going to run out. Plain and simple, just going to run out. And you're going to have to resort to survival by hunting, gathering, or just outright taking it from other people who do have it. The problems with that is that eventually you're going to run into somebody who's going to be a little better or a little more enthusiastic about protecting it than you are stealing it, and that may end it right there. But let's just assume that you hunter-gatherer, you become a hunter-gatherer. Now, I can't speak for the entire planet. I can't even speak for, I'm going to speak for myself personally. The area that I live in is very well wooded. There are plenty of woods around, but the problem is that they're not large enough to sustain any large groups of people. I mean, even one person could eradicate a wooded area in months, and that's just one person. I mean, you're going to have plenty of people doing this if need be, and hunting is not going to be an easy thing to do. Hunting, trapping, and even gathering is going to deplete places quickly. And if you have, just say, 5 people, going out and hunting every day and taking what they can get, you're going to run out really, really quick. So movement is really going to be the only way you can survive. And as I understand it, I mean, that's the way that's the way we've done it since the beginning of time. Hunter-gatherers had to move because they just would deplete an area, so they had to move. And until we got into farming, moving was a necessity. So, and I just don't believe that if a situation hits us and we get to that position, we're going to be able to stay in one spot. So, we're going to deplete our resources in an area. We're going to have to move. So I think movement is the only way to go. And I also don't believe that people like myself are going to have the opportunity to do it. So, I hope I'm wrong. I really do. I hope I'm wrong. But, I think it's just going to get worse, regardless of, what happens in 35 or so days. It doesn't really matter. I think it's just going to get worse and worse. So, you guys enjoy the outdoors, even if it's only your own backyard.